So as promised, one of the topics now for quite some time that I think everyone and their mother is talking about, and you put some sense into it, Chris. So I'm looking forward to hear more about AI and what you have done with Digitally.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Deborah Korn. Welcome to Europe. So my name's Chris. I'm going to give you a bit of an intro into a recent journey that I took. I actually live in the Middle East, if you didn't know. Do you know that? You just found out, right? I live in a place called Muscat, and it's a lot warmer than Berlin, so I'm feeling very cold at the moment. So, going back to my point on where I've come from, I'm going to talk today about AI and how we need to live without fear, how we need to embrace it, and actually a little secret about our amazing industry, the print industry. First of all, I'm Chris. I'm the co-founder and CEO of this called Digital Inc. We're a marketing agency, old school. We believe in print, we believe in radio, we believe in all things that make money. I'm very fortunate to have 10 years experience in this amazing industry, as well as SaaS software and software automation. And currently we're working on AI and app development. And I'm very proud, and please don't laugh, but I'm very proud that my team have a collective experience of 250 years in the print industry. Now, that can mean one or two things. A, the team is very big, or B, the team is small and very old. I'll let you work it out. Please check out our LinkedIn. So, to the story in hand. January this year, I was invited to take part in FESPA Middle East in Dubai. FESPA, as you know, is an amazing community, and they're trying to invest into their members' well-being, profitability, scalability, and generally keep all you lot ahead of the curve. In Dubai this year, they invested in something called the AI Lab. It was a 2-hour session that would basically dispel all myths in how to use AI, how to embrace AI, and how to use it to the benefit of your business. So the big idea, and Deborah will probably back me up on this, and some of you here, if you think about 10 years ago, automation, integrating, people used to be scared of automating and integrating their systems through lack of jobs or being made redundant. Is AI going to be replacing print? Same scenario, people are a little bit worried. We all know about ChatGPT, and it's been something that's been around for a couple of years now. Who in the audience is using ChatGPT on a daily basis? Honestly, on an hourly basis? Who has the paid version? Okay, you should all have the paid version. The free version will get you into trouble with lots of little hints and tips and things that are wrong, just to be aware. But as you can see on the screen, 100 million daily queries of ChatGPT are received. And that stat was from 2023. So this is something that's not going to go away. And if any of you are on LinkedIn, if anyone's on LinkedIn, please raise your hands. Okay, so you lot are to blame for all the plastic dolls that were created with AI last week. I've never seen so many plastic toys generated. It was worse than Toys R Us in the 80s. So the whole premise of the session in Dubai back in January was how we're going to use AI to change and improve our businesses, but more importantly, how we're going to improve our people. Our people are our most important commodity, and we must invest in them. The key fears were, is AI going to replace my job? Is AI only for tech giants? It's too expensive. Can I afford it? Can I get added to my tech stack? And obviously we were there to try and, with our partners, to dispel those myths. So they kicked off the session with, don't overwhelm your teams. So any business owners in here, anyone who runs large teams, please raise your hands. Okay, have you tried adopting AI into your business yet? And how's it gone? Gone well? Okay, good to hear. Okay, so the first lesson was for not to overwhelm your team members and your staff. That's the biggest way of bringing up fear, anxieties and things. And to use existing tools. Many platforms now, if you use SaaS software, will have AI features built in. The key message was very clear from the consultants. Don't fear it, embrace it, play with it. You can't break it. Well, at least you hope you can't. And then more and more focus on weekly training benefits, look at how you can get your team members some time away from the emails or the general admin and just focus on learning, experimenting, just open up ChatGPT and putting something in silly, maybe creating a doll, whatever. But the main thing is to grow that confidence. As humans, we're emotional and we need confidence to try new things. So therefore, give your team members the confidence and time to embrace it.
Yeah.
And then the most important one is to track and measure results. So if you're using it for marketing, for example, or sales, can you reduce time spent on an item, or can you increase revenue? So Deborah's just been on stage, obviously talking about the importance of many aspects of what we're going to cover here. Customers now expect a faster, more innovative and more tailored service. The expectation now, whether you're in B2B or B2C products, is higher than ever. We all expect the Amazon experience, automated and intelligent, and probably delivered by drones in the next day or so. Manual processes are still holding us back as businesses. Since COVID, obviously things have sped up, which is great, but we still need to embrace it more, and AI can help with that. And the other thing as well, that the guys from Kashima, who were the consultants at the session, they were saying that actually, if embracing AI, you'll get the competitive edge. And that isn't necessarily just in print operations. That also could be with HR, sales. So the common roadblocks they were sharing: the fear of the unknown, misconceptions about costs and complexities, worries about team adoption and change fatigue. Did you have any of those roadblocks at all when you were implementing all of them? Any I've missed? Fear of getting fired. Wow, okay. And that's relevant, yes? Was that getting fired for not embracing it, or was that fear of getting fired for being replaced? Being replaced, okay. And then those that work within software or automation understand the benefits straight off the bat. Workflow automation can save time and reduce errors. We're going to go into that in a minute and how that's already in our industry and has been for a long time. Despite, popular conceptions, the print industry is actually well ahead of many other industries in the world globally right now. We've been doing things for 30 years that others can only dream of. Web-to-print systems can also embrace AI better to improve customer experience, and hyper-personalization to boost custom results. Now that could be anything from changing your faces to face swap or manipulation, or it could be anything from adding a name to something or creating maybe some video. One of the first things that the event taught us was AI has been with us for quite a while. Now, I apologize for the history lesson, but I really, really enjoyed this during the session. First of all, it's been around in a basic format of the 1950s. Who in this room was aware of that? Okay. My personal favourite was the chess playing defeats world champion. I think that's quite cool. Anyway, then. So as you can see, we've been going now since the 50s using AI. 2000s, it starts to ramp up. Bit of a gap, you see, between 2010 and 2020s. But here we are now, 2025. Some of the stats that were shared with us were actually really, really interesting. You can see straight away, before I go on to the main stat at the top, the areas that are seeing the biggest benefit already in the print industry are personalization, optimization, predictive maintenance, 3D printing, color correction, packaging design, automation, supply chain, and variable data printing. So the percentage of companies using AI in at least one business function in 2024 is 78%, which is 50% higher than the year earlier. So the growth already in the print industry, as you can see, is pretty high, and the adoption and the understanding and the positive mindset to adopt it is looking pretty good. We also learned that 126% of all productivity increases through programming using AI tools compared to those who don't use AI technology. Again, that's a very high number for our little old print industry.
Yeah.
They also covered the basics of a workflow integration. Oh, well, those of you who have been in the industry for a while understand the importance of that as it is, but you can now integrate and improve processes, streamline activities and reduce waste with AI a lot quicker. So you've got order intake, pre-press automation, smart production scheduling, fulfillment and delivery tracking. So that got me thinking, I might do a bit of research, and there's quite a few well-established companies which I think will probably be here at FESPA today. Some of those that you may have heard of yourselves over in America. But I wanted to do a bit of research and ask a few people, does your company use any AI? If so, when do they use it and how does it work? So I started with Enfocus. Who knows Enfocus? You should all be putting your hands up. This is a very, very special tool. It's been coined as the Swiss Army knife of the software automation space. It's an amazing piece. I don't work for Enfocus, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. But I just want to say it's an absolutely amazing piece for automation. Now, talking to those guys, they explained the different levels of AI that they've been using since 10 years ago, really, and actually what they've got planned for the future. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. We've already got quite a well-established software partner already using AI. Those already have the system, probably didn't even realize that their workflow already had embraced AI into it. So that was pretty cool. So then I looked at Elitron. Who's heard of Elitron before? Okay, I believe they're here as well. They're a cutting, finishing partner. They've had over 15 years of software innovation, and they specialize in automation, not general AI, but a type of AI, and they're already looking at their intelligence. So they've already embraced how they can be more efficient with artificial intelligence and using a form of. Then I got to Mindfire. So anyone that knows Mindfire in the room? Deborah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you all know Mindfire. Phil, excellent. Mindfire are a US company, postal sort of direct mail piece, I think, is their biggest. But the main point for this slide really is that one of the biggest issues we found from the session in January was there was an age limit where people start to really struggle with the adoption of AI. And there's a real fear with, I'm not technical, I don't understand this, I can't do this. And it got me thinking that actually we can't just accept that there's a whole generation of people that may need help or a different kind of approach to how they can be educated on use of AI. So I did a bit of digging and I actually found out that Mindfire, enough internally, have been looking at employees over a certain age on how they're going to get them up to speed on using AI. Now this derives from one key point. The CEO and founder, I think it's Dave Rosendahl, he was looking at saving 1% on every business function in every department. Okay, so if he's got his sales team, how can he get more time from his sales team? And he was going to use AI systems to do this, whether that's a note taker, whether that's something that can help like ChatGPT Pro write content, whatever it may be. But he was going to find 1% for each person in each department to try and increase efficiencies. So he sat down with two members of staff who weren't technical. They didn't have necessarily the understanding of what it actually did, but he took the time out each week with them and he worked out a program how they could learn at their own speed, at their own time. And the results were absolutely amazing. Within 30 days, they not only were up to speed on using 2 or 3 programs daily, but they also had gained a day back a week through using them. So what I've done here is I've put a QR code on here, and for all the business owners in the room who are looking to upskill and educate their teams, I would strongly recommend that you watch the video on the LinkedIn post on here and look at the results and hear from themselves how they've grown, developed, and gained confidence as well in what they do through using AI adoption. And this message, this golden generation message, was something that was shared with us at FESPA Middle East back in January, that actually you need to invest in the people, you need to invest and train them and coach them as if the right language at the right time to meet them and their age group. So it's not one size fits all, basically. We see here Suzanne says, and Suzanne's over a certain age, and I wanted to be respectful here, but fair play to her. From our sales team shared, she's now using AI pretty much on everything in the prospects pipeline, from summarizing complex sales conversations to crafting personalized follow-ups that previously consumed hours of her day. Now that's fantastic. If I had Suzanne working in my team, now she's up to speed, she's empowered, she's focused, and she's probably going to be more making more money for the business. So if you get 5 minutes, please have a watch of that post, read what the CEO says, watch the video. It really does show that actually AI can be something very, very positive for all generations. Okay, so one of the final thoughts that they left us with, and these are things that have resonated with me since January. AI isn't a threat, it's a toolkit. I think you said earlier on, the gentleman over here said earlier on, his member of staff was worried about being fired. The difference is you need to look at it as a co-pilot, and that's probably the phrase that resonated with me from the session in January. It's a co-pilot. It's here to aid you and help you. Not necessarily here to make you into a toy or a doll image, but it is there to help you be more productive, get better content, better information, make you more functional. Embrace it now. There's a risk of falling behind, but you need to support the others as well to do the same. So you need to embrace it as a business leader or as a business coach, but you also need to make sure that you help others in your team or your company embrace it at the same time, and be patient with them. Give them the time they need to learn that skill. The future of print is powered by smart humans plus innovative tools. Now that's quite a strong statement, and I think that resonates with everyone here at FESPA. Print is amazing. It's the tech industry, the creative industry, all rolled into one. There's no industry like it in the world. But we are smart humans and we like to do smart things, but we need tools to do it. And finally, one of the biggest points that I mentioned earlier on is look for the 1%. So whether that's in HR, whether that's in sales, whether it's in pre-press, look where you can find the 1% using an AI tool, and that way you'll get success. Thank you. Any questions?
Chris, thank you very much. And again, our program continues in 15 minutes with Corneet, again, a little bit more focused on the garment business. But don't miss Sharon talking with one of their customers at 3:30. Thank you.